Bivol Undercard. What do we think? Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to the channel. I hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for future videos. So I'm away from my usual place today, and I just wanted to talk about the Bivol Beterbiev fight on the 12th of October. Fantastic fight. It's a standalone fight for me. It's an amazing, it's going to be an amazing fight. Can't wait for it. It's probably the one fight that I really want to watch this year. But the undercard that's been announced, I'm kind of mixed emotions about it, to be fair with you. Couple on the early undercard, Sky Nicholson. I think it's good to get her on the card as well. Interesting to see Ben Whittaker on there with Lynn Cameron as well. That's going to be an interesting fight as well. It'll be a nice tester for Ben Whittaker. I think it'll be a tough test for him as well. So let's see how he comes out on top. So you know, the early undercard, I'm actually quite happy with. I'm quite happy with that. Now, Jai Apataya comes on against Jack Massey. Again, this could be another interesting fight, but it's not one that sort of grabs the headlines in many ways in terms of name recognition. That's all I'm saying. Not in terms of the quality of the fight or the quality of Jack Massey, and nothing of the sort. But, you know, you kind of look at Jai Apataya and think, well, you know, about unification rather than, you know, fighting somebody else. So that's all I'm at with it. But again, it's almost like he's gone off the boil a little bit in terms of appeal to Turkey Al-Sheikh or the Real season. I could be completely way off base here. It's just an impression, but it's a fight I'm really looking forward to, and it'll be interesting to see how Jai Apataya comes out on this, because he wasn't overly impressive in his last fight against Breeders, and you know, I would say that this is going to be another tough challenge for him. Now, the fight of the undercard for me is Fabio Wardy against Fraser Clark. What a banger that was in London. These two went to war. It was the fight of the year, pretty much. And you hope, just for their own health, it isn't going to be the same. And you would hope that, well, in many ways, you want it to be another banger exactly the same. But say for their own health, you kind of want it not to be, if you know what I mean. So hopefully they'll put on a great show. These two are going to go head to head. Can't wait for this fight. It's the fight of the undercard for me, no doubt. And I'm a bit disappointed that it's a little bit further down. I think it's about third on the undercard, when for me it should be main support, but that's just me. I know it's only at a British level, granted, but again, I would still have it up there just for purely the spectacle of these two going head to head. What a great fight this hopefully will be. Okay, so the main two bouts, there's two supporting bouts. This is where I have the problem with. I'm not sure if anybody else has it. So Chris Eubank Jr. is fighting Kamil Zamareta. And you kind of wonder, well, after all the talk, after all the names that have been associated with Chris Eubank Jr., who hasn't really fought in about a year or whatever it is, you kind of think, well, isn't there somebody else you could have fought? You know, what is going on here? I'm not sure about good fighter Zamareta, don't get me wrong. And you know, he's got a decent record, but it's not a name. It's not somebody that I would say, oh, Chris Eubank Jr., you're going up against him. What a banger of a fight this is going to be. This is really going to draw the crowds. This is really going to draw the pay-per-views. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit, you know, if you're looking at it from a purely name recognition and spectacle, I just don't think it's that. And I think as an ultimate test for Chris Eubank Jr., I think they could have got a bigger name. Now, whether those big names weren't forthcoming, you know, whether it's too difficult to make, I get it. And whether they just wanted to get Chris Eubank Jr. onto a boxing card, I get it. But at the same time, it's just a little bit, do you know what I mean? I'm not sure how I feel about it. The main undercard, the main support is Shakur Stevenson against Joe Cordina. Again, I don't know what to feel about this. Joe Cordina lost his world title in the last fight. He was kind of really unimpressive in his previous fight in Monte Carlo in Monaco, where many thought that he kind of lost that fight, and he was kind of a bit annoyed that people thought that he lost that fight. It was a tough challenge for him, and you know, he definitely lost the last fight. But the question was whether he was ever going to step up in weight as well, and whether he was sort of draining himself. So this is probably a massive test for Joe Cordina to go in against Shakur Stevenson. I've got to say, I'm not a big fan of Shakur Stevenson. I just found his fights a little bit a dull affair. Now, again, this could be way off base here, but I'm just not sure whether this is the fight. It could be a very interesting fight. Tactically, it could be a very interesting fight. And it'd be great to see Joe Cordina back on top. And if he can get a win here, all the better. You know, it would be an amazing achievement. I'm just not sure it's the main support fight that I would see it here. I would see, say, Fabian Wardley, Fraser, Clark as the main support. Probably this a little bit low. I'm not even sure if this is a great matchup. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But this is a Beterbiev Bivol Undercard. That has been announced a couple of days ago. I wanted a couple of days to digest it. And I'd say mixed emotions. They're great fights, don't get me wrong, and it's a great card. And it's something that you think, wow, this is a decent card. But at the same time, there's something that's just gnawing away at me. And I think, especially those two fights, the Eubank against Zermaretta and the Shakur Stevenson against Joe Cordina, I'm just not sure whether they are that appealing, let's say, and they're going to be bangers. I think they're going to be quite dull affairs, especially Shakur Stevenson against Joe Cordina. And I don't put the blame on Cordina either. I think it's more Shakur Stevenson, and I think it's going to be up to Cordina to take it to Shakur Stevenson to make it a bit of a spectacle. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. So that's it. That's the Beterbiev Bivol Undercard. I can't wait for that fight. I really can't wait for that fight. And even if the full undercard is a lame duck, as long as that fight, that's the one I really want to watch. That's the one, you know, we're all, you know, waiting with bated breath to watch. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I'll catch you again. Bye now.